Are UFC fighters underpaid? You want to join UFC because you want to make a lot of money. You think once you become a UFC fighter, you can have anything. For example, Conor McGregor, he got the private jet, supercars, big mansion, everything. He got so much money. Some big UFC fighters, they're making so much money and they have everything you can imagine, okay? And some UFC fighters are also broke. You don't see that, okay? UFC fighters are underpaid. This is the big controversy. Dana White is a brutal business owner. He's the CEO in UFC. He's the CEO of UFC, okay, and president, and he runs the business. And UFC fighters are underpaid, I think, because they only get 15 to 20% of the revenue. Okay, other sports in comparison, NBA they get 50%, baseball they get 50%, the players they get 50% of the revenue in other sports, but in UFC it is really low. It's 15 to 20%. So that's why most of the people think that UFC fighters are underpaid. But some fighters are also making money. UFC is a sport of business and money. Okay, it's also fight. I agree with that. But it's all about the money. How much you should get paid, it depends on your popularity, how many people you can attract. Okay, once you come into the arena, people should say who or boo whatever, but if they are silent, you are in a big problem. It's all about that. It depends on your popularity. Okay, an average UFC fighter makes around 2000 k dollars in a year. Okay, if he is a basic UFC fighter is coming into the arena, he gets $12,000 for showing fees and also $12,000 if he wins the fight, and he can get $50,000 fight bonus. Okay, and a middleweight, a guy who's much more popular, he can get paid more amount of money. Okay, and the people who are at the top, for example, Khabib, Conor McGregor, Israel Adesanya, all of these players, all of these fighters are getting paid so much amount of money. Of course, Khabib is rare, but I'm just giving you an example, okay? These fighters are on the top, that's why they're making so much money. Because they can demand any amount of money they want because they have fan followings, they have audience, okay? You need to promote your own fight, okay? It's all about pay-per-view. How many people are coming to watch the fight? How many people are watching the fight? It's all about that. When UFC makes money, then you will make money. If UFC is not making money, then you will not also make money. All right, this is a simple rule of UFC. All, and they also just give you some facilities. They have free gym centers, and Dana White is a good a man, I guess, because he supports so many people. He's giving so much money for the charity. He's helping so many fighters. Of course, he's doing that. And in UFC, he's like, this is not career, okay? This is like opportunity. You have to face the best fighters. Right now, like Francis Ngannou left the UFC and he did boxing, right? So he's making so much money from the boxing because boxers they are making so much money because you can make money from boxing. Like you can have brand sponsorship, you can just make money from so many things, merchandise and all of this stuff. In UFC, in the past we had that kind of advertisement stuff that you can just do advertisement of some companies and you can make money. But Reebok took that Venom, took that and Monster Energy. Now you can just not independently do something like that. It's very hard. It's against the rule of the UFC. And I think if you want to be a fighter, you should not think about the money. I mean, basic amount of money is necessary, of course. I'm not gonna say you should be broke, but money is not the motive. For example, Khabib said that if he needs the money, he's not fighting for money. He's fighting for greatness. Get the water, bread, and that's it. That's what he wants. It's all about who he wants to become. And of course, if you want to make money, man, then you can do trash talking. If you do trash talking in UFC, it's like higher chance you can be like you can be popular and you can make a lot of money. And that's the main point. Okay, if you want to get paid more, you have to do trash talking and you have to just be popular, and people should love you or people should hate you. If you have any of these things, you're gonna make money. Otherwise, in UFC, it's a very ruthless business. If you perform, you get money. If you don't perform, if you don't have fan followings, you will not make money. Then you're gonna say fighters are broke, they are underpaid. So many people are saying that UFC fighters are underpaid. Okay, this depends on the situation they are in. Okay. And by the way, what do you think about this topic, guys? Let me know in the comments. If you like this video, then please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I will see you soon.